What lies below the Earth's surface? The crust, the mantle filled with hot lava, the deep and bubbling hot core.
And as they got closer, they realized what they were seeing should have been impossible. Now, I should start off by saying, despite making giant leaps in our understanding of underwater lakes over the last few years,
we believe that there's still value in diamonds to be extracted onshore.
A battered diamond spat up from the depths, revealed that an ocean's worth of water is hidden inside the rock beneath our feet. Scientists studying a small, ugly, battered diamond that was violently spat up from deep inside the Earth made a discovery that should not be possible. Proof that hidden hundreds of kilometers beneath the surface, locked inside solid rock, there may be more water than in all the oceans on the face of the planet combined. Not a cave, not an underground river, a reservoir so vast it defies imagination, buried in a layer of the Earth's interior that no human will ever reach, where the pressure is crushing and the temperature exceeds 1,000 degrees. The discovery came from a diamond carried up from a depth of around 660 kilometers by a volcano in Brazil, and trapped inside it was a tiny blue crystal that, when scientists analyzed it, changed everything we thought we knew about our own planet. As the lead researcher put it, it confirmed that there is a very, very large amount of water trapped in a distinct layer deep within the Earth. An ocean's worth of water, hidden beneath our feet, where no ocean was ever supposed to exist. Share this with everyone you know, because this single finding cracks open one of the oldest mysteries in all of science. Where did Earth's water actually come from? For decades, the textbook answer was that our oceans were delivered from space by icy comets and asteroids crashing into a young, dry planet. But the water hidden deep inside the Earth tells a different, stranger story. One that suggests the water may have been here all along, locked inside the planet itself since the day it formed. And the truly mind-bending part is what this water actually is, because it is not what you're picturing at all. Before we break down exactly what scientists found, why it defies explanation, and what it means for the origin of every drop of water you've ever drunk, make sure you subscribe to Vault of Discovery. We're giving you the real science that rewrites the textbooks. To understand this, you have to understand where it was found. Deep beneath the Earth's crust lies the mantle, and within it is a strange boundary layer called the transition zone, sitting between roughly 410 and 660 kilometers down, separating the upper mantle from the lower. This is a region of unimaginable pressure, so extreme that ordinary rock is squeezed into forms that can't exist anywhere near the surface. And it was from the bottom of this very zone that the Brazilian diamond came, formed in the deep and blasted upward through violent volcanic activity, carrying a microscopic passenger from a world no one has ever seen. Think about what that passenger turned out to be. Embedded inside the diamond was a tiny crystal of a mineral called ringwoodite, a high-pressure form of olivine that, until that moment, had only ever been found in meteorites, never in a sample from inside our own planet. It was the first time anyone had ever held a piece of the Earth's transition zone in their hands. And ringwoodite has a remarkable, almost unbelievable property. Its crystal structure can trap water. When scientists measured this particular crystal, they found it was around 1.5% water by weight, not on its surface, but bound inside the very atomic lattice of the stone itself. But here's the first shocking twist. A single water-rich crystal is a curiosity. The real bombshell is what it implies about scale. Because if ringwoodite makes up a huge portion of the transition zone, as scientists believe it does, and even a small fraction of it holds water like this one did, then the numbers become staggering. The researchers calculated that if just 1% of the weight of the rock in the transition zone is water, that would equal nearly 3 times the amount of water in all of Earth's surface oceans combined. 3 times every sea, every lake, every ocean on the planet, not on the surface, but locked away in a layer of rock hundreds of kilometers beneath your feet. Some estimates push the storage capacity of that zone even higher, to as much as 6 times the volume of the oceans. And then it got stranger, because the obvious objection is that this could be a fluke. One weird diamond from one weird spot doesn't prove there's water under the entire planet. So scientists went looking for confirmation on a massive scale, and they found it using earthquakes. A team led by geophysicists Steve Jacobson and Brandon Schmant used seismic waves from earthquakes, recorded across North America, to peer into the deep mantle. When a wet, water-bearing rock sinks below the transition zone, the rising pressure squeezes the water out of it, causing the rock to partially melt, and that melting leaves a signature that seismic waves can detect. And that is exactly what they found. Evidence of melting around 660 kilometers deep, right where water-rich ringwoodite would be releasing its load, spread across a huge region beneath the continent. As Schmant noted, melting at that depth is remarkable, because most melting in the mantle happens far shallower, in the upper few dozen miles. The diamond and the earthquakes told the same story from two completely different directions. The deep earth is wet. But the third twist changes everything about what this ocean actually is, and it's the part that genuinely defies our intuition. This is not a buried sea. There are no waves, no caverns full of sloshing water, no hidden world you could ever sail across. The water down there exists in a form most people have never imagined. Not as liquid, not even as whole H2O molecules, but as its ingredients. Atoms of hydrogen and oxygen bound directly into the crystal structure of the rock itself. The mineral isn't wet to the touch, it's solid stone. But when it melts under the right conditions, water spills out of it. The ocean beneath us is an ocean dissolved into rock, an entire sea's worth of water hidden in plain sight inside the planet's solid interior, invisible until the moment the stone gives it up. And the discovery didn't stop with that first Brazilian diamond. In 2022, scientists analyzed a second diamond, this one from Botswana, that had also formed at a depth of around 660 kilometers. It was larger and clearer, allowing them to measure its chemistry with far more precision, and it confirmed the 2014 results, proving the transition zone holds significant water not just in one freak location, but on a broad scale. The hidden water was real, and it was everywhere down there. Now, this is where it truly starts to defy explanation, because the existence of this deep water forces scientists to rethink the entire origin story of our planet's oceans. If Earth has been storing this much water inside itself since its formation, then perhaps our seas didn't arrive entirely from comets and asteroids slamming into the surface. Perhaps a great deal of Earth's water welled up from within, sweated out of the deep mantle over billions of years. This buried reservoir may act like a planetary thermostat, a hidden buffer that has quietly regulated how much water sits on the surface across all of geologic time, keeping the oceans from drying up and from drowning the continents entirely. The water that makes our planet livable may be controlled by a layer we cannot see and will never touch. One thing is absolutely certain. This discovery has rewritten our understanding of our own planet more dramatically than almost any finding of the modern era. A single battered diamond revealed ringwoodite holding around 1.5% water deep inside the Earth. The math revealed a reservoir potentially 3 times the size of all the oceans combined. Earthquakes confirmed it was melting and releasing water across an entire continent. And a second diamond confirmed it all over again. The truth is staggering. Beneath your feet, hundreds of kilometers down, locked inside solid stone, lies more water than every sea on the surface of the world. And we are only beginning to understand what it means. And scientists believe this hidden world holds even more secrets, with much of the deep mantle still completely unexplored, and new, super deep diamonds emerging that could reveal just how much water is truly down there. As our ability to read the planet's interior grows sharper, the buried ocean of the transition zone may prove to be only the first of many discoveries hiding in the dark beneath us. When the next diamond surfaces from hell and gives up its secret, the story of where our water came from and how our planet truly works may have to be rewritten all over again. Stay tuned.